airports, their distance is more than 50. In this case, your student should fly to
Yeah,
airport.
that could be
Yeah.
one of them. Or if you were sending a student on a solo to another airport over there.
Then in that case, he can go his cross country.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
When they say, like for the endorsements, when they say, like for example, the solo to the best practice area, right?
Mhm.
Let's say the student attempts a landing at Olinja Airport but does not touch down. That's still considered.
So, to explain that regulation a little bit more, like for example, any airport that your student goes to, if they're going to land at within 25, you have to give them that. If it's going to be cross country, you have
What
to
if they
put
go to the airport but don't land, but do an approach and go around?
That's fine.
Really?
So the regulation isn't about landings; it's more about takeoff. So let's say, for example, your student goes on a cross country, and they fly to Eugene, but the weather's getting bad. They land at Eugene. Legally, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's when they take off again from Eugene is where it becomes illegal.
Yes.
Oh, so
Right.
I can, with my, if I have, let's say I'm a student pilot and I have an endorsement to do a local solo, right? So I can take off with this practice, and because solo pro got bad, I can land in Scappoose, but
Yep,
after the weather gets good, I cannot take off from Scappoose.
correct. You'd have to call your CFI and say, come get me.
But should I still report it to?
What do you mean report it?
Like landing is fine, though. Right?
Landing is fine.
Even if
The
the
reason
weather-
why it's worded like that is for that reason.
What if the weather is not, the weather is perfect, but I still not report
That's
it?
fine. As long as you don't take off from that airport, you're okay. I mean, Hillsborough would still get angry with you saying, why did you land? But legally, that landing is acceptable. It's the takeoff that becomes illegal. And the reason why it doesn't say you cannot land at any airport is just in case the weather is bad or you have an engine trouble or anything like that. The FAA doesn't want you sitting there thinking, oh no, I cannot land at this airport because my instructor never endorsed me. You can land, you just cannot take off from it again.
Which one? The we were talking about?
So like let's say you had a student going on a solo cross country and you endorsed them to do Hillsborough to Salem and back to Hillsborough. Now they fly down, they land at Salem, they land at Eugene. That's legal. It's when they take off from Eugene and come back to Hillsborough is where that flight becomes against the regulation.
So I mean, that situation is under which of this endorsement? I mean, which
You
of
mean the regulation?
or which endorsement allows them to land at any other airports without taking off?
No, that
It's
doesn't
not,
need an
it's not
endorsement.
it's not an endorsement,
an
it's
endorsement.
just the way
Regulations.
the endorsement works.
Okay.
So
Like in case of emergency, it doesn't get.
So what the student needs to do is call from Mayday and then land at any random.
he doesn't have to call for
No.
Mayday. He can land at the airport and then he has to call the flight school or call you and say, hey, I'm at Eugene, I had to land here because the weather was crap. I need you to come pick me up. Because they cannot take off from Eugene and fly back to Hillsborough because you never gave them an endorsement for Eugene.
Unless I give them the endorsement.
And if you gave them the endorsement for Eugene, then it's perfectly fine. Then they can land there, take off from Eugene and come back to Hillsborough. But if you didn't endorse them and they landed there, they cannot take off again.
Does that need to be, I mean, can I endorse that and send a screenshot or something to prove that I have endorsed so the
No,
student
because
can,
it's not in their logbook.
Yeah.
It has to be in the logbook.
so they can print it out and put it in a logbook?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes. Yeah, it makes sense. Like,
I mean, yes, they could if they had the capability, but also remember, in order for you to say that they can go to Eugene, you have to give them that pre-solo training that says, this is Eugene's traffic pattern, this is Eugene's airport limitation. So if you have done that, then yes, you can endorse them for Eugene. But if you haven't done that, then you cannot endorse them legally for Eugene.
True.
can do it over the phone.
Well, we're getting into gray areas now. Like, well, what if your student runs off the
We're
airport,
making
goes to
regulations
FedEx, prints it
now.
out, cuts it out, sticks it in your logbook? Yes. But then, if something were to happen and the FAA would come by, the question they would ask you is, why did you endorse them for Eugene in the first place?
So there's no general like cross-country endorsement.
The general cross-country endorsement is this one.
Like without without
8-9.
It's A9. That's the general one.
Yeah,
And
I
then
mean-
the A10 is the specific one for the day and the cross-country they are doing.
So, but the A9 doesn't give him the permit to just go cross-country by just A9.
Correct. If you just give them A9, they cannot go on that cross-country. They need the A10 as well.
Yeah, that's, no, I mean general endorsement that give him, like in case like that, give him the permit to take off from that.
No, that would be A10.
Yeah, he didn't get what I mean. There's no in general endorsement that give him the permit that if something happened and he just landed.
Oh, I see what you mean. No,
Yeah.
there's no general endorsement that
Yeah.
says you can do this.
Yeah, it have to be specific.
It have to be
for-
specific.
The specific part is falls to the A10, right?
Um,
And the AGI cannot give that.
No, the AGI can do that.
But then why can't they go
What do you mean?
solo?
So no, so I was wrong about that part. The thing about what I said about the solo part is wrong. Because I thought they would also need A11,
Oh,
but they
okay.
don't need A11. So no, AGIs can give that, and they can go solo, as long as your student has the A9.
AGI can't.
Can.
Can.
AGI can give A10, CFI has to give A9. So if they have an A9, an AGI can send them on a solo cross country with the A10 endorsement.
Oh,
Now, whether or not you want to do that is completely up to you.
Okay.
I am not going to do it because I don't know the student. Now, if I knew the student and everything was fine, maybe, but I can see if I can do it just fine.
It's a huge risk, right?
Yes and no. The A10 doesn't really hold you liable as long as the A10 endorsement is just saying you have reviewed their planning and preparation. If that planning and preparation is fine, and they do that cross-country and they crash and kill themselves, but it wasn't because of their planning, it was because they had a mid-air collision or something like that, then you're fine. Now, if they planned a cross-country that took them 5 feet away from Mount St. Helens, and you approved it, and you said, this is fine, and they flowed 5 feet from Mount St. Helens, then you would be held responsible. So as long as their planning is okay and they follow that plan, then you're not going to be held responsible. If their planning was okay and they didn't follow the plan, you are still not responsible. But if their planning was bad and they followed it and crashed, or if their planning was bad and they didn't follow it and crashed, then you would be responsible. You want to take a break?
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually been almost 2 hours. So yeah, let's take a break. So yes, AGIs can give A10 because it's not a flight endorsement. A9 is the flight endorsement. Right? So